Andrew Dutchman. This is my speech of introduction. Hurricane Katrina is one of the worst natural disasters that has ever hit the Gulf Coast. It affected over 100,000 people, and some people lost their lives and even had to relocate. I had the unfortunate event of being one of those numbers. At the time when we saw that the hurricane was going to make landfall, me, my sister, and my mom evacuated to Florida where my grandparents lived. My dad had a contract with the Red Cross that his restaurant was going to support them, so he ended up having to stay. We were very worried about him because we didn't know how severe the hurricane was going to be, but we trusted that he was going to be okay. When the hurricane made landfall, we lost all contact with my dad for 2 weeks. We didn't know what his situation was, how he was doing, or how the restaurant was. After 2 weeks, he called us on a military satellite phone saying that he was okay, but the restaurant had a tree fell through it. He told us that we had to sell the restaurant because the insurance claims would not fix all the material that was broken. After 6 months, he finally sold the restaurant, and at the time, he was unemployed. I had to get a job to help support the family, and times were tough. But after about a year, my dad finally got another job in Baton Rouge at Louisiana Fish Fry Products as president of marketing and sales. It was a very happy day, but he told us that we ended up having to move because he could not commute to Baton Rouge every day. Since Baton Rouge is an hour and a half away, we ended up having to get a new house, which this would have been my 7th house, and I quite enjoyed it because I could redecorate my room, and it was just a chance at a new start. We ended up building our own house this time, and I got to design how my own room looked. I got to pick the paint, and I got new furniture for it at the time. Since Baton Rouge is an hour away from Mandeville, I also had a new school district. I was very sad because I lived in Mandeville for 5 years, and I grew quite fond with all the people that were in my class. I was excited to graduate with them and continue my life by going to college with them, but that all changed because of Katrina. When I went to a new school, it was quite different for me. My old school had 3,500 people, and my new school only had 1,500. But I eventually made friends, and it became better. After that, I graduated school at Dutchtown High School, and I ended up coming up to Northwestern. And thank you for my speech.